Wanted an Air King, guys. There you go. There's one available to purchase in the window for sale. No BS. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've just had the call from Preston's of Wilmslow that my Daytona is fixed. I've been dealing with Chris and he sorted the watch in just over a month. In case you're not aware, I bought a Rolex Daytona on the grey market and I wore it for 4 months and then it broke. It literally stopped working. The feedback I've had from Chris at Preston's is 2 parts collided and the watch stopped. The repair involved resetting the parts, but nothing was replaced on the watch. I am going to collect it today, and while I'm there, I'm going to have a look at what they have available to you as a walk-in. How they sell their watches is very simple. All the watches on display are priced and for sale. It's as simple as that. No messing. What they don't do at Preston's is do a full window display with OPs just to entice people in, knowing they will never sell them one. The wait list for an OP41 is very long. It's probably 2 to 3 years. What really bugs me is when you go to a goldsmith's AD, there's a window full of them to entice you in, and then you walk through the doors and they tell you the lists are closed. That is just BS, and you don't get that experience at Preston's. Literally, if you see the watch in the window and it has an MSRP, the watch is available to purchase. Today you will see watches that are available to purchase as a walk-in, and you're going to say, hey Brenny, they're not popular watches. Let's say an Air King or a James Cameron or an Explorer 40. I get that. However, if you shop at Preston's and you go in and you say, hey, I would like a Datejust smooth bezel, green dial 41 on oyster steel bracelet, they will tell you, that's fine, we'll put you on the list and you'll get it in X amount of time. And you will get that watch. It's as simple as that. If you go in and you said, do you know what, I want a Datejust 41 Wimbledon dial fluted bezel on Jubilee, they will tell you, yes, we can sell you that watch, but there's a 2-year waiting list. And again, you will go on the waiting list. It's a real waiting list and you will get that watch. There is no BS. If you walked in and said, hey, I would like a Starbucks, they are very realistic. They will tell you it's not going to happen. If you walked in and you said, I want a Submariner at the moment, they will tell you it's not going to happen. Those watches are for existing customers with a buy history, and they have quite a long wait list for those watches already. You could go in there and you can say, I want an OP41, and again, depending on the color, that depends on whether you can get the watch or not. These watches are super popular, super sought after. To be completely honest with you, Preston's doesn't need any new customers. With that said, if you can find yourself an AD who's honest with you and realistic and tells you what you can and can't buy based on your buy history or your relationship, that puts you in a much better position and makes the experience more enjoyable. To service a Daytona, you have to have a higher qualification. Preston's of Wilmslow has a Rolex service centre. However, for the Daytona, they had to send it to their other branch, which I believe is in Norwich, and they fixed it and then sent it back. Not all Rolex ADs can service a Daytona. So you want to confirm that before you drop your watch off for a repair or even a service. You need to find out, well, hang on a minute, are you going to do the watch here, or are you going to send it elsewhere, or God forbid send it back to Rolex for them to mess around with your precious watch. I've had a lot of feedback that the Rolex service centre in central London is not very good. So at the moment, I'm advising anybody who needs their watch repairing, do not send it to the one in central London. Just arrived at Wilmslow. Traffic was murder and I'm running behind, but it's all good because I have a morning appointment and Chris is very easygoing and there's no hassle. Thank you. Morning. People are very friendly in Wilmslow. It's a nice place. Very posh Wilmslow. I think you can see with the meta glasses I'm now looking at Preston's. I'm going to get across the road. So that's the Rolex AD Preston's right there. Yachtmaster, £28,150. Rose gold chocolate dial Yachtmaster, two-tone, 15,200. And there's the black dial, same price, 15,200. A Sea Dweller two-tone, 17,300. Two-tone Submariner and a two-tone Bluesy, £14,950. The couplings, all gold. Submariner, 37,900. Two-tone Datejust 36, £12,250. There we have an Air King. You can see it's got a price on it, £6,600, which means that watch is available to purchase. We don't see a price on that Explorer 36. I'm going to assume it's not for sale. I see a price on both of these chronographs, $44,200 for the rose gold and the white gold. And there's a price on both of these Datejusts. This one is $13,500 and this one is $14,050. So everything you see in this window is for sale. And I just need to clarify about this Explorer 36. But if you wanted an Air King, guys, there you go. There's one available to purchase in the window for sale. No BS. Two-tone sky dweller for sale. White gold sky dweller, 41,600 for sale. Yellow gold sky dweller, 40,100 for sale. Two-tone sky dweller, black dial, £18,550 for sale. Are you ready for this? This watch is for sale, and so is this Yachtmaster, and so is this James Cameron, and so is the Sea Dweller next door to James Cameron. I just wish I had a bigger wrist. That's all I can say, guys. That watch is on fire. This watch, this Daytona, is also for sale. And this watch is also for sale. At this point, I just want you to enjoy looking at the watches. I just wanted to say I came very close, guys. It's just a pity it's too big for my wrist. This watch was available to purchase today, like all four of the watches you're currently viewing. In my humble opinion, when they changed the design of the Air Kinky to a sports look, they should have added the engine turned bezel, and that's why this watch is a no for Brenny. And I gotta tell you, if I had to choose between an Explorer 40 and an Air King, I prefer the curvy case of the Explorer to the sporty case on the Air King. It's a no-brainer as far as Brenny's concerned. If you ever come to Preston's or Wilmslow, there are several restaurants that are pretty good. I've been here before. This is a place called Wood Fire Smoke, and the garlic bread was absolutely delicious. Look at that dripping garlic butter. It tasted delicious. And why not let you guys enjoy it with me? Let's scrape some more of that oily garlic sauce all over the dough. Let's have another. Oh, yes. Very, very tasty. Obviously, if you're on a diet, please avert your eyes now. And now to the main event, the pizzas, and they were absolutely scrum-diddly-umptious. Look at that watch, guys. Look at that Rolex Daytona. And straight in with the pizza. What's really strange is you have to cut your own pizza here, but that's fine. I like to roll mine up into a little bite-sized demon of food and then stick it in the dipping sauce. Again, absolutely delicious. Scrum-diddly-umptious. If you're feeling hungry now, you're welcome. Remember, Woods Fire Smoke in Wilmslow. I've just collected the Daytona from Preston's of Wilmslow, and it's in the same condition that I handed it over. It's been well looked after, and just to triple check, I got the tripod out and the camera out, which has a much better zoom, and I was able to confirm that the watch has no additional marks or dents that are of concern to me. I have worn the watch, and it did have some scuffs on it when I originally dropped it off, and it basically looks the same. They have made sure that my Daytona runs fast. They could have set it to plus minus 2 seconds per day. They just did a little bit bigger of an effort for me, and they have confirmed in all 5 positions the watch runs fast. Thank you so much, Chris and the team at Preston's of Wilmslow. I did confirm that the Explorer 36 and the Air King are available to purchase as a walk-in. I also tried on the James Cameron and the Deep Sea, and they're both available to purchase as a walk-in. You'll have to pop in, have a chat, but if you come to Preston's of Wilmslow this week, those watches are available. No BS. And I gotta say this one last time. When I go to ADs, I don't want to buy a watch from them. I'm taking part in an investigation to see what these ADs are up to, and I find it really horrible that authorized dealers, Rolex authorized dealers, put watches in the window that they know they're not going to sell you to entice you in, to then say no. At Preston's, all 4 Preston's, if you see it in the window and you see it with an MSRP, it's available to purchase. I cannot say fairer than that. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next Brenny video.